What's up guys, Matty here, and I am reporting to you live from Los Angeles, California, where it's currently about 200 degrees. But we're not here to talk about that. Today I'm going to show you the new RX10 audio repair software from Izotope. And we're going to look at it from a musician's or a producer's or engineer's perspective, not so much from a post-production perspective. If you're looking for a video about that part of RX, I would suggest checking out their website. They have tons of new features with the vocals line up inside the standalone RX. It's really pretty cool. What I'm going to show you is how to use the new repair assist using a vocal and a guitar. Let's go. Okay guys, so this is their new repair assist, and what I think is really cool about it is they've taken a lot of the different features that I use during a mix and put it all into one plugin. And so now you have de-harsh, de-click, de-clip, denoise, and de-reverb all in one plugin, and you can turn them on and off here. You can listen to just what they're doing with the ear, and then up here is where you pick what the instrument or the vocal is. If it's this, you're going to pick it's a vocal, obviously. This will be for more of a musical instrument, a guitar or a synthesizer or an organ or something. This obviously is for your drums, percussion, and this is more for sound effects or, you know, like vocals if you're using for a movie or something like that. So 4 different features. What we're going to do is we're going to use the vocal here, and I got a vocal from my buddy Trip Carter, and it was recorded at his house. There's a punch in there. There's some room noise and stuff, so it's a good vocal to be able to hear what this thing can do. So all we're going to do is we're just going to hit learn, and it's going to say waiting for audio, and we'll hit play.
Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell? Blazing and firing, feeling empty. Chasing unhappy, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell?
Okay, so this is what we got. It's giving us a bit of de-essing, which you can tell his vocal is rather essy. No de-click. De-verb, so just a little bit of less of the room sound. There's not a whole lot in there. And then denoise, because there is some noise in there. So let's hear what it's done.
Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell? Blazing and firing, feeling empty. Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell? Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell?
So the vocal definitely sounds a lot cleaner. There's a little less of the room sound in there and definitely much better de-esses. So this would be great. You can process this, you know, once you get this correct, process it offline, and that's less de-essing you have to do. And that's always great to have the de-esser, your de-essing done before it's hitting compressors and stuff like that. Now what it isn't fixing is that click that we hear from the bad punch-in. We might have to go in and actually use just de-click for that, but let's turn de-click on and see if we can get it reduced a bit.
Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell?
So it's a little better. Let's crank it all the way up and see what that does.
Girl, who were we fooling, wasting time in hell? Blazing and firing, feeling empty.
That actually fixed it quite a bit. It's still there, but it's taken a lot of the high end, which we'll hear from the click, off of that click, and it's just kind of a little thud. I bet with the music in, we probably wouldn't even notice it. And I'm not hearing that it's really changing or taking away from the rest of the vocal. We'd have to listen to the whole vocal to make sure. You got to kind of be careful when you're using de-click, but I think it's actually worked, and we've done this all within one plugin, so that's really awesome. All right, so let's move on to the guitar and see what it can do on a guitar. Let me play this guitar for you guys dry first so you can just hear what it's doing. It's a pretty good sounding guitar, but there are some squeaks and kind of taps in there. So you hear a few squeaks here and there. Let's turn on the repair assist, hit learn. Okay, so what they've suggested is a bit of de-verb, denoise, and some de-click. So let's hear what it's doing. So it definitely cleared up the room sound in there. However, I don't know if you necessarily want that for this sound. It's kind of cool having that lo-fi kind of room sound, but we could always pull this denoise back a bit and maybe the de-click a little bit and see what that does. So that sounds pretty good. That might be a happy medium of getting rid of a little bit of the noise, but while also keeping the authenticity of the guitar. So let's leave that, but we're still hearing some of those slides and slips and stuff. So let's pull up this other plugin in RX called Guitar Denoise. And maybe we can get rid of some of the squeaks and a little bit of the pick noise by using this. Now, pretty cool. You notice we turn the pick all the way up and that the tapping is completely gone. Not that we'd want to do that, but you can really alter the sound of your guitar with this, and maybe that's something you would want to do on another case. So let's bring the reduction back down and let's pull the squeak up and see if we can get that one squeak out. So we didn't quite get the squeak out, but we've definitely reduced it quite a bit. So another useful plugin with using both of those together. So those are some basics of the new RX10. I know that Repair Assist is going to be super helpful for a ton of us. I'm going to be using it now, so I don't have to use 3 separate plugins when I'm trying to fix a vocal. Let me know your favorite features in RX, RX10, RX9, whichever one you use. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you need your songs mixed or mastered, hit me up at mixandmastermysong.com. Talk to you guys soon.